My name is Sparkle, and I'm just wait for the boss.
It's a classic, my guy. My name is Izzy, and this is for my parents. I'm actually going to need that money from the birthday card this year that y'all been holding for mad years. I need that. Please. Inflation.
Right. My name is Ruth, and I still use the perfume that comes in the magazine on my body before I go out on the town.
Not the scratch sniff.
So if you smell that Chanel, let's just pretend I have that sort of money. All right? And this is La Vie en Kreyol, where we talk about the trauma from our Haitian upbringing, whether comedic or otherwise. If you're laughing, you've probably been traumatized. And today's theme is Haitians and Black Americans. All right? And we have deux Black Americans qui là, and they're going to introduce themselves now.
My name is Azalia, and why every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen?
My name is Harold, and I always ask, who made the potato salad?
I know that's right.
Because who did make the potato salad?
Why are there raisins in here?
Why? We need to, yeah.
We don't do that in this color. We don't do that in this color.
They're going to be tight when they find out we put beets in ours. But go ahead.
Fuck is that? Who is you to be asking me questions?
I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
I like that song. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. You. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. You. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. You. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. You.
Are you upset about that beets information?
It's violent.
It's violent. All right. So
It's violent.
follow him at... No, I'm joking.
You come to my page if you want to. You can drop by my page if you want to, but I'm going to say what I said.
Have you tried it?
No.
Really?
I'm not going to. No.
Oh, my.
No. Just no.
I feel like it's wildly inappropriate.
It's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might taste good and all of that, but you feel me? I don't know why it's dragon fruit colored potato salad. Like, who ordered that?
All our Dominicans on the check-in. We gotta unify just for this one.
If it's not on the basis of race, language, sharing the same island, this is the one. Not the two. You know, I actually didn't even realize that until he said the potato salad. I was like, oh, he's gonna be tight. You cut up them beets and put it in there. And sometimes they be peas, but I
And
like
carrots.
Yeah.
Shout out to carrots.
Wow. We just
No, we don't put pears in it. Don't.
No, we don't.
Don't.
I'm sorry.
We just put anything.
I'm on a tangent. Right.
We just put anything in starch-based mayo salads.
Ooh, child.
Honestly,
You're not gonna call it mayo salad. You're not gonna do that.
Starch-based mayo
You're not
salad.
gonna do
Because
that to
it's
us.
giving.
Because that's what it sounds like.
Wow, we have to have y'all back just
That's
to introduce y'all to the
What it sounds
bitch
like.
of.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
Look at what you came to see.
Anyhow, we're gonna let that rock because we need y'all to still stay here after the fact. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we said what we said. We're gonna start this episode off by playing a game, and that game is called "Are They Black or Are They Black American?" Zalia, we're gonna start with you, and then we're gonna go back and forth. And y'all can share your opinions on these people, based on your own opinions, right?
Okay.
So, number 1, Barack Obama.
What were the two options?
Black as in worldly, global black, or Black American?
Black.
I'm gonna say Black American.
Yeah?
Okay.
I have my reasons.
What are they?
What are they?
Well, for one, I feel like he had the Black American experience. Just growing up culturally in America, although his father is from Kenya. I feel that in the American context, his mother was white. And, you know, because of how he looked, he probably didn't fit in with the other white kids. So I'm going to say he had a Black American experience.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
See what the survey says.
Yeah, me too.
Queen Latifah.
Black American.
Black American.
All the way.
I mean, but Latifah's a name, and you see how she used to dress, but whatever.
Okay.
Wow.
Black American. We gonna
Y'all
go
gonna
with
come
that.
from the suit for the suits
First of all,
and the kente
and the
cloth.
paper mache
A shawl.
hats.
And the paper mache hats.
Don't do the queen.
hometown sis, hometown auntie right there. So we gonna
That's
go with that.
Definitely an auntie. I would say that.
Nah. Tandiwe Newton.
Black.
She's black.
Damn, why? Because y'all don't want her?
No.
I always
Didn't she make some old like fuck shit comment
Yeah,
about
she did recently.
like black women and or
How
darker
they-
skinned
how
black
they be hating
women
on her.
and their experience in Hollywood and how like she took this like very like total line, but normally when you like aim the total line, you don't mean to offend anyone, but she offended everyone.
Everyone.
So it didn't work
0.
because she didn't make sense in what she was saying.
0 cents.
Right.
So that's why you're giving her to us?
No. I'm just not taking her. I'm not giving her to anyone. I'm not taking her. Right.
Matter of fact, on next.
You just don't know.
You're not fooling nobody 10 D way.
Right.
I thought her name was Thandi.
It is.
No, is it Fandy?
Yeah.
I thought it was a for short type of.
Yeah, Tandiwe is her
Yeah.
name.
She has a full name.
I didn't even know that.
Oh.
I thought that was her middle name. My bad. I don't.
Oh no, it's Tandiwe. I think it's like South African or something like that. I don't know.
Bye, girl.
Malcolm X. His mother's Grenadian.
He's Black American.
Black American.
Fun fact.
And why? Because he named his ex El Haj Malik El Shabazz.
I mean, we can go for rounds about why Malcolm X is black, but let's just start off with him converting to Islam in jail.
So it makes him black.
I know. Tell me another group that's typical of
You got it.
during that time.
You got it. You got
You
it.
right. You right.
Okay.
Even today,
To this day.
to this day, because I got a couple of people who go in one name and come out different name.
Okay.
So I'm just saying,
You better call him that new name.
That new name too.
and they not gonna eat no ribs at the cookout neither.
Oh, cause they
And
on
they'll
the
tell you why you shouldn't either.
They're gonna tell everybody.
But you stabbed somebody.
Stop it.
Don't tell me what I shouldn't eat.
Please.
pork that
And you stabbed another black man, brother. So
It's giving. We don't get it.
I don't understand how you telling me about what's on my fork, because this pork gonna stay
I know
on
that's
my
right.
fork.
I know.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen. Can I get a?
Amen.
Amen.
We can all come around the love of pork, though. That's
Yeah.
what I will say.
We can
You know
all
what?
gather around that. We can all
I
gather
used
around
to
that,
love
baby.
bacon. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes when I smell it cooking somewhere, I just stop in the street and savor the smell.
Bacon is a blessing.
Walk off.
Bacon is a blessing.
Some of
Come on
it is a
now.
blessing.
We should make that a shirt.
That's a word. That's a word. I'm gonna
Don't try it. Don't try it, y'all. We making it a shirt, all right?
Trademark.
So,
Meanwhile, it's Azalia's idea. And you. Oh, Harold, my
Don't do Harold like
I'm
that.
just trying to protect his brand, okay?
I appreciate that. I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate it.
Next week, Sparkle gonna have that shirt on. Her name gonna be on the tag.
Absolutely. Oh God.
That is hilarious. All right, next person, Marcus Garvey.
Oh, that's the man of international mystery.
Mm.
I'm gonna say he's black though.
I'm gonna say black. I'm gonna say black. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Yeah,
black. Yeah.
yeah, he did get deported, so he one of us.
Marcus is that guy.
He was like, get your
Get
other
your
black
shit,
ass out
get
here.
your shit, and get out. That's what the American government said to him.
Period.
Lord, we started talking that back to Africa shit.
He was like, whoopty whoop, like, I'm not from here, but y'all need to take y'all asses back. You know what I'm saying? Your grandmother's grandmother, you feel me? They from over there,
They're
so.
from over there.
He did not say it in that emperor suit. You feel me? That's not what he said.
Was an emperor suit. We're gonna circle back to that fashion. 'Cause I
That was
didn't
just for the
even.
picture. That was just for the picture.
All right, we got two more.
Okay.
Maxwell, the singer.
What's
And honestly, because they're the same mix, Jean Michel.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What's his last name?
What is Maxwell's last name?
No, who said Jean-Michel?
Oh, Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Oh, got you.
They both Haitian and Puerto Rican and from East New York.
Wow. I'm gonna say black.
I'm gonna go with you.
I thought Basquiat was from I thought Maxwell was from Flatbush.
Nah, he's from the East. I'm pretty sure. You can put it in the notes.
I never even knew Maxwell.
If I'm wrong, edit it out.
My Google.
No, I'm pretty sure he's from the East. I think you're being racist by saying he's from Flatbush, if I'm being honest.
Oh my.
It sounds like the global blacks are winning. I'm not saying it's a competition, but if it was, we'd be Usain Bolt. No. And last but not least, Barney.
Ooh.
Barney.
Nah, he black. I'm not claiming that.
Listen.
Damn! They had the time we had the dreadlock cap on. There was an episode I feel like.
No, they didn't.
I feel like it was.
We're gonna fact check that, okay?
I think that has to be a meme. I that's not real.
It was a meme.
Somebody
Okay.
get on the Google and look that up right now.
Yeah.
Somebody look that up right now.
Listen, Barney is my guy. That was like my Beyonce before I knew Beyonce.
Sure. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Barney was stepping.
Exactly.
Barney was doing what he had to
something.
do. Barney was doing what he had to do.
So I don't want him.
He is from the East. Told you.
I feel like I heard some creepy information about Barney at some point, but also like, you know, there's so many other great blacks to take claim of, and I just feel like he is truly a felt dinosaur. I don't know why.
I don't know
black.
why he's in either.
Right.
I don't know why he's on the list.
Yeah, why would he be on this list?
Someone explain.
All lives matter. Wow.
Y'all don't even know Barney like that. He was always nuck if you buck with them little kids on the show. Nah, don't play my son.
The only thing that I'm getting from that is, hey, Mr. Boppity Boppity Bop.
Hey,
I like the way you
boppity bop. Ah.
That's you remembering the song. I'm sick. Sickening.
Barney, I saw him behind the playpen with a cigarette one time. So
Barney was hitting that shit.
and he sure was. He sure was.
Them kids used to stress him out. Oh my god.
In the words of my elders, smoking that dope. It's all dope.
That heron.
That heron.
Weed, crack,
That's
heroin,
dope.
all dope.
Everything.
Every illicit substance, dope.
Damn.
You know what's funny for us? Everything is crack.
Yeah.
Weed, everything.
Oh,
Crack. What's from that crack? It's literally a candy cigarette from the ice cream fucking truck.
I get it though.
Literally just said that to me
Yeah.
You so for real?
while I was
In
sparking
the
up.
car.
You see?
My bad. I had
What?
to come from
Crack's iconic impact. I mean, I get that. If they're coming in the 80s over here,
Yeah.
it's crack.
That's a hard welcome.
That actually ties into one of my theories about our topics.
Word?
Yeah,
You want to say it now or later?
I can say it now.
Now or later?
One of the reasons why a lot of, well, we're Haitians, so I'm gonna say Haitians, say that thing about Black Americans where it's like, you better not be one of them Black Americans, you better not be out there acting like them, you better not be whatever, is because they came here in the 80s and they're like, dang, our brothers are fucking up out here. And so if they have no other like prior experience with you guys, it's always like, the first thing they think of is y'all being on crack. And
Yep.
I'm saying
That's
y'all
what
like
they
it
do in
wasn't
the
us too,
80s,
right?
yeah.
But
I was on no crack.
It was a sight to behold, though. If in New York City, just in a nutshell, like during that time frame, I was born at the tail end. Crack baby stands up. No, but
Crack baby stand up. Oh my god.
but I listen. I
You know you're supposed to keep all the business in that house. What happened in the house, stay in the house.
If you were in New York City or born in between the late 70s and the late 80s, crack has impacted your life in some way, whether you used or not. You were traumatized by the way you saw Black folks in your space, or a myriad of other reasons. But I can totally, from that vantage point, I could see where you're coming from.
Valid points were made.
It's kind of like the race draft. So who from the Haitian community would you like to officially be a Black American?
Ooh.
You got 10 seconds. You can't have White Clef.
I have one person already.
That you trying to give away?
I have two people already. Not trying to give away that you guys.
Garcelle Bouvet.
Damn it! Damn! She a baddie.
That was
Come
the
on
second,
up.
that was my second one. All right. What's the first one?
Dang, it was on the tip of my tongue. It wasn't Garcelle. Omarosa.
Oh,
She not Haitian. She Haitian?
Yes, money go.
Is she really?
Where have you guys been?
Oh, Rose is Haitian.
Damn.
You gonna take her?
What's up, my
You know what? Okay, here's
It
the
sounds like-
small portion of me that fucks with her is because, okay, minus all the fuck shit of her like parading herself as Trump's whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
She flipped them tables real quick at the yes, I live.
She did. She definitely did.
You know who else I want? Oh, go
live.
ahead.
No, that's it. That was my point.
Fine ass. I might be wrong. Gary Dorday? Gary?
Yeah, he's Haitian?
I think he Haitian.
Who was?
Look
Oh,
him up.
yeah, he is
Look him
fine.
up.
Who there? Wait, what's his name?
D-O-U-R-D-A-N.
He gives me like
Facts.
Golly.
I want to change him.
It's like the redemptive character. And like,
The Freddie boyfriend.
He's fine too.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, send me that link. What he look like?
What the hell?
What
the hell?
He's been fine for a long time.
He has been fine for a long
He
time.
must be Haitian. Run that. Run it.
The Haitian man would be happy.
Maybe not. Dirt. His last name is actually Durden.
Oh, he changed it to be exotic.
Yeah. I mean, he does look like an exotic. Okay, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Philadelphia, 4th of 5. Oh.
Yeah.
When he was 6,
Not there,
his
though.
21-year-old brother, Daryl, died from falling from a balcony in Haiti while doing research on the family lineage. Oh, so he is Haitian.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, y'all can't have him, baby.
No.
Baby!
No.
Do you see how she wasn't thinking about him?
Sure wasn't.
Forgot.
No.
I was going to give you a Kodak Black, but...
Y'all could keep him.
Well, I guess we're gonna keep knowing.
Are they done?
Yeah, their time is done.
Oh, okay. Then we're keeping Naomi Osaka.
Facts.
Phew! I'm so glad you guys.
We
I'm
almost
so
lost
glad
her.
the blacks didn't think about that.
We almost lost her.
We almost lost her.
Oh my god.
But let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Please and thank you.
Why Black Americans don't like us?
Yeah, why we got beat
Okay.
What happened? Because we've been to bookings.
They killed Biggie.
last week, actually.
Oh, Biggie was somebody else I want to say. Because his mother's
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's too late now, but y'all can still share.
Biggie. So he's Black American. Don't do that.
Wow, because he got shot?
Wow, that's
Damn.
wow. That
Edited
is a
outside,
low
outside.
blow.
That's
No,
American phobic.
keep that. This is your queen.
That's disrespectful.
Why do we hate y'all? The question was.
Mm-hmm. Why we got beef?
We don't got beef.
Because y'all be acting like y'all better than us.
And
I mean,
or-
besides that,
You see what I'm saying?
You know what?
But you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But you see what I'm saying?
All right.
You can't unring a bell, so now I'm about to let have.
wow.
So now I'm about to let have.
We actually deserve it. Go ahead.
Because, how I'm gonna say this?
Uh-oh.
Oh lord.
This is be rude.
Let
I'm
them
about to-
have it.
no, it's
Let
about
them
to be
have
rude.
it.
That's probably gonna be rude.
It's gonna be real rude.
Damn.
How was it explained to me in the overhearings of my childhood?
Oh, Lord.
Damn. Your parents xenophobic?
No, I won't say they were. But xenophobia was not a foreign entity in my upbringing. How was it explained to me in my my eavesdropping into kitchen conversations?
That's right.
That's when you learn all the best things.
That's right.
Y'all do what we want for the white man.
Excuse me?
That's what I heard. That's what I said. You said you said what you said, and I said what I said.
My chest.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you there.
Say it again.
Dang, give it
Y'all
that
do
real.
what we want for the white man.
Oh, Lord, I wasn't ready.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nobody can be.
No, honestly, you gotta give me some on that one.
Not you giving his bum man.
Honestly,
Not you giving him men.
he said that. Let me say this.
Wow.
Now
Is it
that
a line?
he said
Double
that,
blow. Wow.
now that
That hurt my feelings.
now that he says that, and it's just like, I mean, he just brought up something that I never really thought about, hence that privilege you were probably talking about earlier. But yeah, I feel like Black immigrants, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all.
You don't have to put
You
no
feel
honey
me?
on them.
But
You
there
can't put honey on
are
shit.
there are Black immigrants that will take jobs that Black Americans won't, and I'm sure that's the reason why you guys see us as lazy in a lot of ways.
Allegedly.
Seeing the jobs as a means to an end, where we see it as like, oh my God, I would never do that.
Yeah, I think for me, there's also
No, you can't talk no more. You can't talk no more.
No, because
he came with that
I came out the gate. You told me I could be Boosie. You told me I could be Boosie. No, I say that was like an oversimplification and unnuanced perspective. No, but what I will say is that there is this level of perceived civility that Black immigrants have that Black Americans don't, and a lot of it is just rooted in perceptions through a lens of whiteness, right? Yeah. And so y'all are calmer, more docile, more complicit, and I think there's a part of Black Americans where we just like, fuck this. We've been here longer than anybody on this motherfucking planet, on this land done been here, and we still get. I think there's a bit of it where it's like, and to that end, it's like Black Americans, like I was saying, being here long as the earliest people that came here been here, right? Or at least in this version or iteration of what this land has had over the past X number of centuries, right? And so there's this level of, I don't want to say deservedness, but it's like I shouldn't have to work this hard to get to zero, right? Like I should. Absolutely. Your Italian granddaddy, your Irish granduncle, your fucking Polish grandmammy, they came here, they had white skin, they was niggas before they was white, and when they got to be white, they forgot about the rest of us. Not even the rest of us. Y'all just upped and thought y'all was better. And so I think there's also there's something similar that happens with Black immigrants and their experience upon like arrival. And it's not to take away from, I think that's a whole different kind of experience, right? There's different levels of hardship and challenges, and just like shit, that shit is tough. You gonna uproot yourself from another country with, you won't come to this motherfucker when you Black, you ain't got the language, right? Like there's just so many challenges. But I think part of that like perceived civility, right, through this lens of whiteness is because you are working to get a piece of something or working to establish something. And so you're going to do what you got to do in order to make that happen. And if that means you got to bite your tongue and you're not going to say certain things, that may come up. If it means you're not going to have, right, because I ain't never met no Caribbean person that ain't ready to cuss you the fuck out.
Exactly.
But
and you be your own child.
Your own child, right? Your own child, your nephew, your niece, anybody could get it, right? But I think I think folks, you temper yourself differently, and how that tempered version of yourself lands hit differently as well, if that makes sense. I don't know how.
No, all of those were very excellent points. Starting with the perceived civility, like you said, it's like, just like you said, we come from a foreign land, and they come, and whatever it is that we're trying to escape from, our parents are trying to escape from Haiti, they come here, and like you said, we're very docile. My dad has never had a different job. He came here, he was a taxi livery driver, and he was that until he was retired, in a sense. My mom came here, she was a home health aide. She did that until she's retiring and stuff like that. It's like, they're so fearful for their children or whatever it is, in essence, where they're just like, I want you to be calm, because whatever peace we have, it could be easily taken away if they decide to deport you, if they decide to take certain rights away from you. So they teach you to be very docile. So you even trying to step out into the realm of whatever it is that you want to be individually, they're just like, no. And that's why it's always l'école, la caille, l'église, which is the saying where it's just church, house, and home. They won't let you do anything past that, and it makes total sense,
Literally speaking.
Whereas Black Americans, I love that for y'all, okay? Like, the marches, the standing up for yourself, and, everything in between, the culture, totally different dynamic coming here from a Caribbean home thing and then trying to establish something here, so 100% makes sense.
Yeah, the consequences are different, right? It's one thing to be fired from a job or to be arrested. It's another thing to be arrested as an illegal immigrant and well, I ain't no snitch. I ain't gonna talk about my parents. But it's another thing to be arrested, and then the consequence isn't someone picking you up and bailing you out. It's them putting you on a plane back to the country that you attempted to escape. So I think there are fears that overlap, obviously, because we black, and we find out very quickly what that means when we get here.
Yeah.
But there's also like, I'm not trying to create trouble, because what trouble means to me is that change of generational like wealth or generational access at the very least will be taken from me and never given back to me again. I got one shot, right? And what's really fucking funny to me though is like the duality and paradox of like this perceived civility, because Africans and Caribbean people are deemed the most uncivilized. And it's like a booty scratcher, or like, why are you eating goat, or like plantains. Plantains are popular now for people, but like even our food was deemed like smelly, or the way that we raised our children. Haitians are blamed for AIDS. Everything about being a black immigrant is considered uncivilized until we're in the workspace, right? And I think there is a level of like fetishizing of black immigrants that black Americans may think is acquiescence or preference for black immigrants.
That's the one.
But do you agree? Do people agree with that like sentiment, like that Uncle Tom's? Like
That-
what's
Not your people.
Is that is that xenophobia consistent across the community?
spread across the bread, or
Right.
is it just like
What I want to add to that question that was posed earlier, basically was, I feel that the Caribbean and African, Americans that I've come into contact with sometimes care too much about what white people think of them in any setting. And there's that in the black American household, and to a degree, like, don't act up in front of these white people type thing. But to shapeshift that and then bring that with you out into the world is very much like you're kind of internalizing that racism in a way. So like suppressing your hairstyles, like the Crown Act was just passed in 2022, but some people still feel uncomfortable, and that's across the board. You could be black, Haitian, whatever, but I feel that more so for like, I feel like I've been around my Jamaican people and they're like, oh, don't do this in front of white people. I'm like, fuck white people. Not like that, but like, if you're gonna act a fool, be an individual. Like, you don't have to wear your race or your culture on your back if you decide to make a decision that goes against the grain. So
also, it's interesting, Izzy, that you brought up too, like around the marches and things, and what you just brought up, because I also think those are like generational things, and I think like all of our conversation is rooted in generational, like upbringings and differences and nuances, right? But I also think that there's a level of, because even those marches, right, you have people, elders at home saying, who were concerned for physical safety, because you might have been 30 years ago, you might have walked on your way home from school or walked on your way to school and saw a body lynched, right? Like, and so there's this, and like before we started talking and having this conversation on mic, we were talking around like rap music and stuff like that, right? Like my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my grandfather could not stand that shit.
I was either.
My great-grandmother called it boom to boom, because the beat was like boom, boom, right? Like you just got right. Right, she called it boom to boom. I think my grandfather at one point called it jungle music.
That's racist.
It is.
Damn.
I'm not arguing with my grandfather. I'm not arguing with the old black man when I'm 20 years old. So y'all do that. But I think there's this level also, right? Like this generational conversation that we also are having too, because my mother will tell me like I moved to another job. She's like, you moved to another job again? And I'm just like, yeah, I didn't like this one. Or like, I needed someplace else to go. And she's been teaching for 34 years or 35. And it may have been in 3 schools.
Wow.
But there was a stint at like one school like 18 years. This school's been, I don't know. There's some version of math that I'm off with, but like she ain't had that many jobs, is my point, right? But that's a safety and security thing that is tantamount, right, to your own survival and existence. And I think that's like I wonder how do we like lay that in the conversation too, and then what does that look like for Black Americans, and what does that look like for first generation Caribbean immigrants, right? Or just like how does that get folded into the conversation?
I think that would be a commonality in terms
Absolutely.
of, number one, pride is very big in Black communities by and large. Like, Lord God, if you don't know a Haitian, they own 84 flags.
Facts. It's me, I'm that Haitian.
Exactly. You're gonna have Barack Obama picture in your what's the word, in your house. I mean, absolutely.
Yes.
Black Americans won't wear the American flag, I've noticed, but like y'all are very entrenched in Black culture, Black specific outside of the American culture. And it's interesting to me that you say that, because similar, I can think of, had our parents went from job to job, they may have been better. They may have been more economically stable. But there's something about saying I was here, that commitment to work, that I'm sure has to do with slavery. Like, I did this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it just piggybacking off of that statement right there, just that commitment to that work. I feel like, nowadays, just across this generation, we're willing to say, you know what, this is affecting me emotionally, physically, mentally. Fuck this job. I quit today. Whereas our, parents, grandparents, it's like, the sentiment is get a government job, work that job, 401k into retirement.
Yeah.
Just, rain, sleet, or shine, I'm at work.
That's why they always send our asses to school, because they gotta go to work. Because baby, let me tell you about a children's motion and a school visit. Who gonna watch you? Because I got to go to work.
Okay. I think that's across. That's across all boards. Because I definitely went to school in a blizzard.
Oh god.
I went to school with chickenpox. They was like, lady, bring this girl back. We're not taking her.
Baby girl.
Baby girl. All right?
Not chicken pox. Not contagious.
This comes out for you. This comes out for you. You. This comes out for you. This comes out for you. You. This comes out for you. This comes out for you. You. This comes out for you. This comes out for you.